Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to the eastern wing of the Stinkbug Works. Well, let me show you what has transpired. I have assembled this carbon fiber motor mount, got my servo mounted. I had to make the servo hole a little bigger, and I had to use these pieces they gave you. I don't know where they went. You know, it looks like they hooked into something and hooked over something, and the hole spacing is different than the hole spacing. Anyway, long story short, I needed them to raise the servo so the servo didn't slam into the bottom of the hull. So everything is good now. I need to go in here and open up this little slot right here. In fact, here. Yeah, it's this one. So I'm going to cut that part off. So I'll cut into this hole and into this hole. And that'll give me a nice little slit there. It'll be real flimsy. The only thing holding it together is going to be these two pieces of carbon. But once it's glued in the hull, all will be good. Now, here's my next highly clever plan. What I will do is I'll set this stuffing tube holder in the forward hole as low as I can get it. And then I'll assemble the motor mount and get everything all lined up. Then I'll pull the motor mount out of the way and leave just this in here. And then what I'll do is I'll take a piece of brass tubing that fits in here while it's mounted in there, and I'll tighten up that piece of brass tube. And then what that brass tube is going to be, it's going to be a drill jig. I'm going to get one of those really long drills. I have a whole bunch of them in different sizes. And from out here, I'm going to make the through hull hole using that piece of tube to hold the drill. And I'll probably just put a drill chuck on it so that I can manually turn the drill and kind of hog a hole in here. Now, since the drill has to fit inside the tubing that this clamps on, that's going to mean the hole will be slightly undersized. And that's good, because as you're moving around, things are going to waller out, and I can always take a rat tail file and get it to where I want it. But that will maintain the close to perfect alignment. Now, stand by. Oh, that's hot. In fact, let's pop the cap on the stone breaker. Okay, so this will be mounted in here. I watched a video the other day of some company in Finland that rebuilds D11s. And so I said, I'll watch this. Maybe I can learn something. And so I watched how they rebuilt D11s. And D11s are designed to be rebuilt. You know, a number of the parts are easily replaceable. Others are reasonably repaired, upgraded. I mean, they'd use spray metal on the idler wheels and then grind down the idler wheels. But some of the other rollers, they had to just get replacement rollers. But it was kind of fascinating. And here's one thing that I discovered. The cabs are always black. Everything else is all yellow. The tracks, the gears, the idlers, everything. If you can see it, it's yellow. except for the cab. The cab is all black. So here's what I'm thinking of doing. I'm going to sand this and, get it to fit. And I want it watertight, just because I don't want a bunch of water in there, So I will glue this thing down to here. And then here's what I'm going to do. Now remember, everything gets covered with a light coat of fiberglass after all this is done. So I'm going to glue this down to this hatch. And then where it has an edge where the, part meets the deck, I'm just going to come in with, a lightweight filler and just fill that as a vertical step. Same thing here in the back. I at first thought about, fairing that piece in, but no, I'm just going to glue it on, make sure it's watertight, fill it up, and square the edges. Then, after everything is painted yellow, I'll mask that area off and paint just the cab black. Because that's the way a cat would have it. And then I'll use some light blue or something like that for the windows, and just so they read as windows. One of my readers was saying, put bars. I was talking about FOPs and ROPs, following object protective structure and rollover protective structure. And he was saying, put some rails in front of the window here, to keep logs from coming in and hitting the drivers. I thought about that for a while. So that could be pretty cool. He wanted them to extend down here, but I don't know. But I might put a screen in front of the window just because I think it looks silly. Anyway, stand by. Still real hot. So there are my plans. Today, I hope to glue this in so that tomorrow I can finish painting the inside of this thing. And what I'm going to do is, once this thing's glued in, I've been cheating a little bit. I've been spraying a little white primer underneath here so I don't need as much yellow to cover. So I'll glue this thing in using the glue joints that I've so nicely protected. I'll glue this thing in. I'll come in here with some sandpaper and I'll sand it rough right where these things are going to attach, glue it in, then just hit the spots I can see with primer. So there'll be, a little primer overspray everywhere, but then I'm going to come back in with the yellow and just coat everything. This is a preliminary coat to get, some of these corners and such, because remember, the only place you're ever going to see is through this hole. And there's going to be jam foam in here, jam foam in here, and actually jam foam across here too. So you're not going to be able to see that much, but I want the impression that the yellow goes on forever. So I don't want anything that isn't yellow visible. Then I'm going to come in and bolt these bits and pieces on, and I'll paint them yellow before they go on, bolt them in, and then once everything's all bolted in, everything's all happy, everything's all squared away, I'll come in with one more shot of yellow just to sort of seal everything up so it's just all yellow. You look inside there and you go, oh, everything is yellow. It's a caterpillar. Until next time, boys and girls, jet out.